Today is Monday, September 15th, 2025. This is a public meeting regarding Utilities, Inc. of Texas, an amendment application for a TCEQ permit.
I just wanted to comment, George Wood, I live in Elgin, but fish the river a lot. And I crossed the river on 969, not very far downstream from Musk's operation. And the river is completely covered with algae, almost solid. And it's never been that way before. So that's all, just a comment. Thank you.
I have called all of those who've signed up to speak. Is there anyone else who has not had the opportunity to speak? And if you do, what is your name, ma'am? Have you filled out a registration form?
I don't know. I had somebody to fill it out for me. I'm losing my eyesight, so I couldn't see.
No, that's no worries. That's okay. Come on up. Be sure and say your first and last name, please.
Sure thing. My name is Rita Ward. I'm Mac Dade's old lady. I'm 94 years old. So we have to think about our aquifer. And I have this to say about your recycle or your plant. Build a recycling plant where that the water can be reused by the people instead of dumping it into the river. That's all I've got to say.
Today I want to go down to my river that I've been there for 15 years. I quit fishing in it years ago. Now I can't swim in it. The algae is that bad. We've been in a contested case hearing for 2 years with Corex for their McKinney Ruts treatment center, arguing that the river is impaired. We can't even, it's impaired to the point we can't get into it. And we're just asking that you reduce it to lower than 1. That's the minimum. And that you all don't want to do that. You're fighting us. We're just asking you to be a good citizen. Do something more than just the minimum. It's our river, it's all we have, and none of us can use it. So I'm here today challenging you to be a good citizen, set us a higher standard, and for TCEQ to start doing some of the monitoring that hasn't been done in 20 years.
Now, for regulatory context, water has technological standards and water quality standards. The technological standards where you have effluent limitation guidelines. It's different than the water quality standards we're looking here, such as the fact that you must not have toxic materials in toxic amounts, and you must have not have nutrients that cause excess growth of algae. Now, looking at this case, the Arizona proposal for decision, the ALJ characterizes nutrients as merely based on 2 photographs. The problem here, again, is an ongoing trend showing declining water quality. Consistent with that, it's showing those types of problems. This demonstrated there is a reasonable potential for this to cause an excess growth of algae if this discharge is permitted. We're not saying that you need to use a different characterization of the stream. We're not saying the 303D list is wrong necessarily, although we would question it as programmatic here. We're saying when you look at that and you ask, will this cause or contribute to a problem? The answer is yes.
1 minute and 43 seconds remaining.
I'll make it fast. Thank you. Mr. Allman said that this permit was never intended to be expanded. There's no evidence of that. He also mentioned 2 photographs that they based their evidence on, saying that this is going to be a problem. Well, the photographs are just photographs of a river. It doesn't connect the discharge to anything that's occurring in the river itself.
OPIC participated in the hearing, evaluated the evidence and arguments presented, and concluded that the applicant met its burden of proof for all the referred issues, except issue A, which concerns water quality. The record includes compelling data, research, expert testimony, and observations that confirm long-standing concerns about nutrient concentrations in segment number 1428 of the Colorado River. OPIC acknowledges that the draft permit includes a total phosphorus limit as required by the Colorado Watershed Protection Rules. While the rule sets a minimum phosphorus requirement, it does not prohibit a more protective limit when needed. Given the evidence showing elevated nutrient concentrations in segment 1428, OPIC believes that a more protective phosphorus limit would be necessary to protect the water quality and ecological balance of the Colorado River Basin. For this reason, OPIC respectfully disagrees with the administrative law judge's finding that the application be granted. As a result, OPIC recommends denying the application or, at a minimum, revising the draft permit to include a more protective phosphorus limit. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
And both the Tier 1 and Tier 2 anti-degradation reviews. I believe the total phosphorus limit established in the Colorado River watersheds is appropriate, and the protestants' complaints about the ED's nutrient screening evaluation were unsupported.
I think I'm in agreement as well. I appreciate OPIC's acknowledgement of the concerns in regards to nutrients and impacts on the waterway. I think that is an issue that largely speaks to our agency's standards on that contaminant, rather than whether our agency would need to follow a different approach in this matter, and certainly whether the record reflects a basis to change the ALJ's opinion at all. So I'm comfortable moving forward today.